expect to see you here. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been ignoring your messages and your calls. I've had time to think. Remember what I said a while back in the ICU? I've been so stuck to you that I've lost myself, almost lost myself. That's one reason why I've gone distant. There's more, but that's the highest one. Hanging out with you and your friends, it's usually a blast, like amazing. They're all good people. The amount of things we get into and pure fun spent with you all is, well, wonderful. It's something I can't forget. But I think I'm changing. Or maybe everyone else is changing. I don't know. Even in the best of times spent with you all, I can't shake the feeling that your friends, they're pretending to be different around me. Like they're wearing masks. I don't know. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how I honestly feel around your friends. Yes, your friends. I understand this mechanism can be called adaptability or flexibility. Yeah, this is likely a me thing. I've always had this feeling growing up, this aura of uncertainty growing up, isolated. That's the way my household was. I grew up isolated, detached, apathetic. It has not done me any wonders. I have zero fond memories of my childhood, same as any other depressed or gloomy kid, I suppose. I never fit in anywhere. My foundation of, I don't know, stability, balance, it was non-existent. I've held in these feelings for the longest. I was never able to talk to anyone about them. Not my therapist or numerous counselors. They would not understand. And if I even remotely brought up something like this to them, they would either minimize whatever I was talking about or they would deflect. They were of no help to me. Not that I ever needed to get this out there. For example, in the 8th grade or in high school, this can translate to any grade for me, but you'd have the smart kids and the cool ones, the dumb ones, for a lack of a better term, I'm sorry. The nerds, the special education or needs, and disabled, and the bullies and the bad kids, sometimes foreign kids. Can you guess which group I was in? If you guessed the nerds, or any of these ones I've just listed, you are unfortunately wrong. I was part of none of them, not a single group. I had, forced to make space for myself every grade, including my time in numerous vocational schools and university and college. Imagine that. I didn't, I never knew why I wasn't able to make friends. They all seemed to have it out for me, like there was a target on my back. Like, but instead of a target, it was bad luck. It's very detrimental for children to grow up without support, harmony, and direction in their lives, a sense of purpose, balance, a place in this world. You know what I'm saying, right? It's, I hope you do. Before you jump to any conclusions, and no offense to you or any related party, I was not diagnosed with any spectrum disorder, cognitive impairment, or mental disability. I was, in essence, a social disaster. You may connect the dots to my parents, and well, you'd be right. They are certainly a reason for my shaky upbringing, but that's all in the past. I don't forgive them, but I do have to improve, and I am, at least I think so. I was alone for so long, very alone. That's why I've connected to you very closely, too closely. You're funny and a pleasure to be around. I can't help that you're so magnetic, so real. I had no one else, and I'm sorry for all of that. When we play that social game, the virtual one, the one you play often, when we traverse its worlds, its realities, nothing but fun is experienced with you and your friends, even during the mundane days, the bad days. We've been playing for years, right? I've met so many people, so vibrant, full of emotion, and yet the times I've been abandoned, taken advantage of, sidelined, disrespected, unreasonably kicked, ignored is one too many. I'm not perfect. I've hurt those who are close to me. My words will not be enough to take back what I've done. Although I've made many other friends there, those I trusted. But then, over time, we grew up. That's expected. I'm not singling anyone out in particular. They got a job, a career, they moved on, they grew up. Of course, maybe most have found a partner, a companion, a soulmate, but their DMs, their calls, their company dwindled, fizzled out. There's nothing wrong about that, about them growing up. I can hardly blame them. But nothing stresses me more than hearing my girlfriend invited me, I have to go. Or when someone joins you or invites you and you join them and you see them cuddle or say they love each other and you just have to sit there and say nothing or watch or encourage it or acknowledge it awkwardly. Or, when this happens, like someone joins off you and says this, I just joined off you because I'm waiting for a friend. That is so disrespectful. Like I was not worthy enough to have a conversation, a stepping stone to or for someone else. Like, why? I have to throw this out there for my single queens and kings. But do you remember when I told you, for instance, when I visited Publix a while back, myself, and I was talking to a stranger, and their partner comes up seemingly from nowhere. It's like they were a ghost, and they suddenly became real. But anyway, they come out of nowhere while I was talking to a stranger, and they hug them and they kiss and make out in front of me, which I think was due to jealousy. Like, come on. I was not attempting to swipe your significant other, your companion, your soulmate, like off their feet. Like, it's not that serious. Calm down. Meanwhile, that person I was talking to blatantly drops our conversation and reciprocates. And they did seem to get upset at me for walking away. Duh. Obviously, I'm going to walk away. Would it be respectful of me to do the same? Or likewise, you may jest and laugh and say this is insecurity, but you're probably partially right. However, due to the way I grew up, it's hard to shake these feelings that have been ingrained in me. When you grow up in a box, a walled environment where suffering is commonplace. Suffering is the only thing you'll ever know to experience emotions and differing thought processes outside of that box. All of this brought before me a realization along with the identity crisis. I've been waiting for others, following them with a flower in one hand and a compass in the other. Why was I allowing myself to be insulted or make an effort for people who not rather barely do the same for me? No more will I engage in that buffoonery. You could say my trust for most others has vanished. I don't think it was ever there. Not on the scale I'm imagining. Let me draw this back to you. I have severe, extreme attachment issues. During these past seasons, when others pulled you away from me, I wanted to say something. I held back on the edge of tears. It's not right to be possessive. It's a horrible thing to push and go through. You accepted their invitation, went along with them, and left me. I know you didn't really leave me. I remember you asked if I wanted to join, come along, but for once, I wish you would have told them no. I thought, I thought you were mine. I stayed by your bedside in hospital for hours, days. I didn't have to, but I thought it made me a genuine person, unlike everyone else who wears a costume. No one has ever done that for me. I am always there for others. Was. I was there for you, waiting and waiting and waiting. Starting this year, I will focus on myself, prioritizing me first and foremost. No more third wheeling, no more giving up my time, existence, and attention for nothing or worse. No more waiting for someone to take my hand. I know these are not words you wanted to hear, but I had to get them out to you. I have made my decision, and this is why I formally end our relationship. I know I may be making a grave mistake, but I believe it's for the best. I may be alone, but I'll never be lost, ever. Strange. Is this a fresh chapter? Or is this a new beginning?